We are recording the December 18th Channeling Salon. Just takes a minute to get my energy up, so be patient. Here comes Merlin. Greetings to you all. It has been quite a while since we have had an opportunity to discuss anything that is going on in your world, and I'm very happy to be back with you again. First of all, before we go any further, I wish to convey to you a happy solstice and a happy winter and all that comes along with that. This is a time of great magic, whether you realize it or not. So it is in your highest good to dream, my friends. Dream big, my friends. Be prepared to leave behind many things that have not served you over the past year or more. This is a time for creating a new space for yourself. Use these last 2 weeks before the end of the year wisely, wisely, my friends. Everything you say or do matters very greatly. Most importantly, of course, you must conduct yourselves with love, with the highest form of love that you can muster. For that emanates out into the atmosphere and out beyond this planet even. There is always a great rejoicing around the time of the special holidays, the Hanukkahs, the Christmases, and more. And because love is in most people's hearts at that time, there is a reverberation that echoes out and blesses all in its path, even those who are unseen. So be merry, friends, be merry and sing and cajole and have a wonderful, wonderful time. Now, to move on. I have been warning all of you for quite some time now that there is going to be quite a difficult time ahead. However, you are so well prepared. You must know this. You have been steadily working towards an evolved state of being so that when difficulties arise, you can handle them. You can handle them with grace and ease, in fact. And for this, of course, we are grateful for the infinity wave, as it is known on your planet. This is an emanation from the deepest realms of space. And it goes by other names in other realms. But for you and all those you know, it is called the infinity wave. What this reverberation is intended to do is to shake up the status quo, to break up the status quo, and to allow in that breaking for new waters to surge and create new pathways. And these waters, what is exquisite about them is these waters are filled with this magnificent love and compassion from realms beyond. You cannot even imagine their potency. For those of you who are practicing this method, keep it going. For everyone who does it, the power of it grows exponentially. You are blessed, and we are all blessed to have this mechanism for communicating without any obfuscation. It is very clear. Love and compassion, love and compassion, love and compassion. That is it. That is the bottom line, as they say. Now, I think I have spoken enough. Are there any questions of me this evening? I see Kathy, yes.
I'll unmute.
I can hear you.
Okay. So I don't like to burst that bubble of optimism. My situation is that there are 3 or 4 very serious, disruptive relationships going on within the circle of our family. One of them is me. But I am involved in all of them because I'm a close member of the family. And as you say, I have these tools, and today I was sending figure eights to this one particular family. And then I got a call, and it's really hard for me to be neutral and be a witness. And what I would like to know is if you could give me some guidance as how I'm to navigate these situations that are not going to resolve quickly, and they are very emotionally disruptive for everyone. Thank you.
I sense you are in quite the tangle.
It's good.
And one of the questions might be, are you willing to disentangle?
Yes.
You are, truly.
I
Because
tried really hard.
you can do so. You can step away if you wish, but let us look for what your ideal role would be with this family difficulty. Let me just take a moment. Everyone seems extremely confused. They are confused about what life is about. They're confused about who they are in their lives. And that is part of the problem. They are very externally oriented. They're not seeking guidance within themselves. And you, as a more enlightened person, of course, can see all of this quite clearly. And you would like to be able to help. However, those who are closed until they are open. And no amount of banging on their door will get them to change. They must come to a pain point, or they must come to a moment of clarity where something gets through to them. But I am suspecting that it is not going to be coming from you. And that is not because you do not have wisdom to offer. That is because they, for some reason or other, are focused elsewhere. At this point, all I can recommend is that you stay in love.
Yes, that's right.
You do not offer assistance even. You just love them. You tell them you love them and you back away. You love them and you back away. You love them and you back away. They must learn to reach for you for the wisdom if they wish it. Does this make sense?
Yes, and they have. But as you say, if they're not ready to receive, then I'm very careful with what I say because I understand that people have to be ready to receive. That's why, there's 3 different families involved, and the figure 8 has just, the infinity wave has really helped me because I place that in their families regularly, including my own.
And that is a beautiful thing to do that will keep you detached from outcome.
Yes.
You are not responsible for the outcome of all of these characters. You are not responsible. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You have done all you can do. Do you understand that? You must find a way to rise above it all. Allow them in if they ask, but you cannot fix this. And this is not yours to fix. This is theirs to discover. Remember all the stumbles you had when you were a younger person, trying to figure this out, trying to figure that out. And you could not figure it out until you did. And they are in the same boat. And they must stumble and they must try to figure it out. This is for their evolutionary growth over which you have no control.
That's right.
They know you are there in the background, loving them. That is all anyone could ask. So it is a question of you allowing yourself to be in that role and nothing else.
that they know I love them, and that to me is it. I mean, that is
All, that's it. Simple, plain and simple.
thank you.
I wish you a good luck with all of that.
Thank you.
Lovey.
Yes, since the last of November, I have had several painful health issues, and I'm aware of the new moon that just took place and Mother Earth's ascension. I'm also aware of ancestors that are asking for healing and healing that is needed from us that are carrying on our ancestry. I'm very sensitive to all things and would like to know if these health issues are related to Mother Earth's ascension or to the healing of the ancestors. And if so, is there anything that could help me to make this a more peaceful transition for me and for them?
Your ancestors are doing very well, partly due to the efforts that you have made on their behalves. You do not need to carry that work any further. Now what must happen is to focus on yourself. I am looking to determine whether the work that you did with your ancestors has affected your physicality. And I do not think that is what the cause is. As to the Earth's ascension, there is much that has been said about that. And there are expectations of all manner of explanations and ideas, and frankly, it's quite the jumbled field. We do not even know exactly how and when it will happen, but we expect it to be a slow process, not a jettison into some other domain, but a slower evolution, speedier than most, but still not a sudden jump. I do not know how that resonates with you and your understanding, but that is my understanding. I would say that your physical issues look like there is some kind of pressure surrounding them. In other words, it is as if you're being squeezed and it's causing things to erupt. If you could take the pressure off yourself of your ancestor work and the pressure off yourself for the Earth's ascension and simply be who you are right now, how does that feel?
Awesome. Emotional.
Yes, yes, you see, you have put yourself in a wedge, so to speak, between the past and the future. And it has crimped your style, as they say. It has squeezed you and created a wedge. Now, all of that is fine. All is done. You need not worry about your ancestors, and the Earth's ascension will happen whether you are attending to it or not. Of course, I know you are a very responsible person, are you not? And you
Yes,
carry the weight of the world upon your shoulders, do you not?
that's a woman thing.
Well, my dear, woman or no, it is time for you to release all of those burdens. and allow yourself to breathe freely and fully in the present now. And see if over the course of the next week or so, your symptoms begin to reduce. Just relaxing, spending time in water, spending time outside, just being, no pressure, just for a time. That is what I suggest.
Thank you so much, Merlin.
You are so welcome. Would anybody else like to ask a question before we go on to the next speaker? Judy.
I don't have a specific question, but is there anything that you can tell me that would be helpful for me to know?
That is a bit vague. Could you be more specific, please?
Not really. I'm pretty happy, but I just thought maybe there was something that could, I don't know, be explained or shown, something that I'm not seeing that I should be seeing. I'm not sure.
Judy, you have a very distinct and curious mind. And I perceive that you have a deep desire to grasp the world beyond this one. Not unlike Lovey, I am going to suggest that you draw back, that you release and relax for a time on your explorations. You see, when you are so busy, and many people fall into this, so busy seeking, it creates a kind of barrier to actually experiencing. I know that seems counterproductive or counterintuitive, but it is you see, if you are in a state of receptivity rather than a state of outward curiosity, and curiosity is a very good thing, don't get me wrong. But when you are in a state of receptivity, much can come to you. If anything, I would say balance your seeking with your receiving. If you reach for a program or a book or any of those things, listening to something, a podcast, take time to then just receive. Just be quiet, be listening, go into meditation, so that there is this give and take. There's always a space. There's always an opportunity for something to come in that will move you when you least expect it. That is what I could say to you. How do you feel about that?
I'm overjoyed and thankful. Thank you
Oh.
so much for your answer.
You're very welcome. Anybody else? Yes, Julianne. I cannot hear you.
I apologize. I have been blessed with 3 visions, 3 geometric shapes, and I've shelved them waiting for some message. And apparently now is the time to get back into that, to take action. I'm wondering whether there is some form of action or whether I might wait for some direction from the powers that be, energy powers that be.
So you received these 3 geometries, and do you know how to apply them?
I have a thought about them, but I am not certain. I would like some affirmation about whether my thoughts are valid.
I am not able to answer your question, I'm afraid. I am trying to perceive those geometries to understand what they may be, but I cannot access them for some reason. If you have any inkling about how they could be put into use, I would say go forward. And perhaps the thing to do is to ask for, perhaps you already have done this, but to ask for specific guidance from the specific beings that sent you those visions. We are existing on so many different levels, different dimensions and planes, that one cannot necessarily access the other easily. And I sense that these drawings or these geometries are too obtuse for me to access. They are on a different level. Does this make sense?
I understand, yes. Thank you.
Request from the originator, and perhaps you will receive more information.
Thank you. I
You are
shall do that.
Anyone else before we move along? Yes, Franca.
Hello. I was wondering, Merlin, if you're able to feel into me and feel into my energy and path and see if you have any advice on the path I'm on, and maybe share not what ancestors, but what other being or energy that would be the easiest for, maybe not the easiest, but for me to access. Or who
Well, you have a
accesses
great
me
deal
that
of
I may not be aware
angels.
with.
You have a great deal of angels around you. Are you aware of that?
Yes,
Well,
I
there you
am.
go. They are there and they are listening and they are at the ready. So I would direct you to them.
Mhm.
These, I must say, these questions about life purpose and all these things are a little bit difficult for me. I am not at the highest realm, you understand. I know there will be those coming to speak to you tonight who are at a higher level. However, I cannot speak for them. But I do perceive the angelic chorus, so to speak, around you, and I believe you also already have quite a conversation going with them. So they
Yes.
should be the ones you discuss with, you talk to, you use mechanisms such as, you know, cards or this board or whatever to have your conversations with them, so it feels much more personal. this is what Hope does, and this has helped her, and so that's why I'm suggesting it to you.
Thank you.
No, you are very welcome. Anyone else before we move along? Very well. My blessings to you all tonight, and it was a pleasure to be with you and to serve you. I sound a bit like a grouchy old man, but I really do love you all. So we are being visited now by Mother Mary. And I'm just going to make the request before we start that everybody have a chance for one question. So don't raise your hand, please, if you've already raised it until we've gotten everybody taken care of. Okay, here we go. Greetings, Mother Mary. Greetings, greetings, my dear ones. Oh, it has been some time since I have visited with you all, and I could not be happier to be with you tonight. So much is happening in your world, which we are aware of here on this other side, and we are concerned. At the same time, we see a great unfolding, my dears, a great unfolding. There has never been so many souls on the planet who are waking up to the truth of the divinity within them. Never before. It is like a giant wave, actually, to use a word that is very familiar to all of you. It is as if it is being passed around the globe over and over again, a giant wave of awareness. People are pulling themselves out of the mud to understand how special they are. At the same time, there are those who are wishing to cover up that truth, to expunge that truth. So it is quite magnificent when we see the love light flowing as it is doing now. I tell you this to give you courage and hope for what is ahead. Even though it can look dim and downright dark at times, you must remember that there is a flip side to that happening. And that is what I truly hope to bring home to your hearts at this time. You can only see so much. We have a longer view. And I wish you to know, and we all wish you to know, that every act of courage and truth and integrity that you all stand for, every act plants not only a seed, but a flag. And those flags are gathering and gathering, and it is quite something to behold. At this time of year, I know there is great rejoicing for an event that happened very long ago. And what I wish to say to you is that we knew something unusual was afoot, but there was so much we did not know. In retrospect, you know more than we did at the time. You are more able to understand the miracles than we were at the time. We were amazed, and yet our history and our roots did not allow us to dream that all we were witnessing and experiencing was somehow miraculous. We witnessed and experienced and then wondered, is this really happening? So you must understand that if you have doubts sometimes, if you doubt your own mind, if you doubt what you just saw or heard or felt, that is normal. And that was how it was for us. However, now we know, and you know so much more. You are so well equipped to say, wait a minute, this is miraculous, and I can stand in that miracle. I can stand and witness that miracle. I know it is true and not be shaken. This is a great difference. It used to be something only for holy men and holy women. Now it is for everyone. And I could not be happier about it. At times I do my part to show myself and create miracles, to keep this light growing, to keep people wondering, what if? To keep expanding beyond the boundaries of their minds that are so conditioned so as not to even believe what they are seeing at times. But you are different. You know miracles happen. In fact, they may have just happened to you today. Hang on to those. Hang on to them. They are the blessings of life. They are the most potent blessings. And they will shape your life if you allow them to. Do not just go back to your drudgery day. No, stay in the miracle. The very fact that you are alive is a miracle, and you know this. I send you blessings, each and every one. And I send you much love. Just allow that to sink in for a moment. I send you love. Allow that love in. Allow it to fill your hearts, your whole bodies, your whole energy field. It is not some kind of special love because it is from me. No, it is just the same love that you walk in every day. It is the love of, well, I will fill in the blank for you, but you may fill it in the way you wish. The Creator. You may say the universe. You may say the field. You may say whatever you wish. It all comes down to the same thing. My love is no more special than yours, but I offer it to you freely. And now I will depart. Well, I somehow knew this was going to happen tonight because of one of our guests here. Yeshua is here tonight. Greetings, Yeshua. Thank you for coming. My dear, it is always an honor and a pleasure to be with you and with your kin. Blessings and greetings to you all. I know you have heard now from my dear mother, and she has laid the track open, so to speak, for me to speak. I am overjoyed to be with you. I'm calling you my brethren, for you are, whether you know it or not. We are one. Even if you do not believe all the stories, and I do not blame you, do not believe all the stories. The only thing to take from my life is a demonstration of kindness and non-judgment and generosity. Kindness, non-judgment, and generosity. If all who walked planet Earth today could do that, life would be much improved. Would you not say that? But this was demonstrated not only by me, it took me a while to figure out how to stay in that frequency all the time, but it was demonstrated by those who walked with me, some of whom are here right now. I believe you know who you are. You know, none of what happened in my life could have happened all by myself. It was essential to be in a group that could reflect back to me and to one another our beliefs, our actions, our desires, our growth, our mistakes. All of these needed to go into the great pot of our community to be worked out, to be understood, to find transparency. Growing at the same time or growing together individually and in a group is quite a heady experience, let me tell you. And perhaps you have experienced this yourselves. But it is nearly impossible to grow as a solo flyer. There are times in life when that is necessary, and then there are times when a group, however small, is a necessity. I'm very pleased that you all come together from time to time, some more regularly than others. It is very important to listen to one another, to gain through listening, to move into self-inquiry because of something you heard someone else say. And you hear it non-judgmentally and you apply it to yourself non-judgmentally. Oh, there's a new stripe I could add to my coat. Oh, there's a stripe I'd like to remove from my coat. You know what I mean. being in a group in sincere inquiry into a spiritual evolution as a path is exquisite and rare. And I encourage you to keep going. Whether you come here or somewhere else, keep going. It helps. It really helps. Now, before I go, I will offer a healing as I have done at times in the past, because I love you all so much. And because I know there are places that are sore and tender within your souls. And I would like to try to alleviate some of that pain, because you deserve to be free and joyful. And I would like to contribute to that. So at this time, if you would like to just close your eyes, and I will extend my energy field into yours. I almost hate to say anything after that. Just want you to stay in the glow. Thank you very much for coming tonight, everybody. And if you feel like coming back tomorrow night, we're going to have a wonderful conversation with a very fabulous person. You'll want to know her, Teresa Joseph. She also talks to Yeshua. So we'll have a chat about that. Anyway, bask in the afterglow, my friends. Thank you for joining me. Much, much love. Night, night.